Welcome to the Nomad Reader. Today I'll be doing something a bit different. So if you saw like one of my latest posts, I said that I was like participating in a debate and speech course. So I think I need some practice, and I decided to film it, right? So I'll be doing some debating prompts. So I already chose one, like I've like already prepared in my head like what I'm gonna say. So the prompt that I chose was about, or is about, should we require each user of social media to be registered, identified, right? So to know, basically know their ID. So I'll take the affirmative on this one. So I'll try to convince you here today that the affirmative is the right way to do things. So since the beginning of social media, and today there's been like a huge gap. We can see that social media is a source of stress, tension, conflict even, and it's not something that we necessarily saw in real life before, but now with social media it's something that like transfer to social media to real life. So one of the first argument for the registration of each user on social media, like to have like an ID, is the trust in social media. So whenever we're on social media, most of us, we look at the comments, we look at the content. Even sometimes, if we don't know the person, if we don't know who it is, like they don't show any name or whatever, we don't necessarily have any reason to trust them, right? If you take, for example, Facebook, at the beginning of the of Facebook, everybody have their name. You could see who was who. You could like message them. You can even find people who you were friends with way back, right? Now today, with all of the social media, it's a bit harder to do that. Facebook still has that in its core in a way, but most people don't really use Facebook as much. Most people they will have their different name. So really like the trust, being able to see some comment, and it's okay, being know to know who you're speaking with. Because if you think about this dynamic in real life, whenever we're talking with somebody in real life, you can see their face. Often like you'll know their name, right? And it will often like orient the discussion. Because if you're talking with somebody who has a mask on, who doesn't show his face, will you be able to trust them? Probably not. Of course not. But it's something that happens on social media, and we allow it, right? Allow it without restriction and all. So that's the first reason. Second reason, currently on social media, there's a lot of misinformation, disinformation. It's not something that we can really like see and like verify, and I guess I can even use once again the word trust. But if people go on social media, they really show who they are, we can know who they are and all. Then there's a way like to for them like to be accountable. It's not just anyone who can go on social media and view everything that they want. I mean, they can always say it like in terms of free speech or something that like is allowed, but to say it while being masked, as if like anybody could do it, is this really a good idea? No, we don't think that it's a good idea. Definitely not. And the third reason, it's harassment. Harassment is something that happens a lot on social media, and one of the people who are the most affected by it, but not only, are women. Women receive a lot of bad message on social media. It's something that happens a lot, and often it's through accounts that are faceless, or even just somebody who have like not their full name. It's a fake name, whatever, right? So social media, like there's a lot of that hate, that harassment. But if there was an ID, people would be incentivized to act more cordially as they do in real life. When in real life, you don't go to someone and insult them directly to talk to them. No, we know that like there are certain rules of civic rules in order like to conduct ourselves properly in real life in an environment, right? So it's something that would disincentivize that. So for those three reasons, harassment, misinformation, as well as trust, I think that we should have registration for each user on social media. What do you think? If you think it should be something that should be done, put a thumbs up. If you think that it's a bad idea, put 2 thumbs down. Okay, 2. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next tomorrow on the next debating prompts.